Hey everybody, I'm Maida of Maida Tea, and I wanted to talk to you guys specifically about paper because in all of my troubleshooting and everything like that, I have tried out about 4 or 5 types of paper from different places, and I am going to tell you guys about those experiences. So the very first printer paper that I purchased was from Online Labels, and I got just the clear paper that I used for printing these, and I got a type of paper that you could draw on it. It's like printer paper with a sticky backing to it. I like both of them. The first one that I'll show you is that clear paper. The thing with the clear paper was that for me, I did not know how to use that. I didn't know how to load it into my printer. It was also, I should throw out there, I've never owned a printer before myself. And so when I loaded it in there and everything like that, I loaded it in the wrong way. So don't do that. For this printer paper here, and you can hardly tell the front from the back just because it is clear. This side here has a little bit of a sheen and a gloss to it. This is the back of this paper. I printed on this side and the ink just rubs right off. Don't print on this side. It's really smooth in comparison to this other side here, which is the side that you should print on. This side has a little bit of a texturing to it, and as I showed you guys in an earlier video, the bookmarker that I cut out this little flower down here and put on the bookmarker, this is a little bit frosted. It has a little bit of it's not like perfectly clear, but it has a little bit of a texturing frosting to it. So there's that, and then the other paper that I have, I said you could draw on it, which I would have loved to have known that this stuff even existed when I was doing teaching art to my students, because they would have loved getting little handmade stickers. Instead, I did handmade polymer clay charms and stuff like that, which they went crazy for. But I would have also loved to do stickers because I love sitting down and just doing anything with my hands. I'm actually not as big a fan of doing the digital stuff, but I find it so much faster and so much easier, so I've been sticking with it. But so this paper is, you can definitely tell, like this is the back side of it. You can't really see it on camera. It has a little bit of a yellow tint to it. Then you have the front side, which I've already gone ahead and written and drawn on so that you guys could see. This does actually take ink really well and absorbs it right away, and you could probably just chop that right out and then peel it off, cut it out, you know, and you could have a sticker there. That paper was the first paper that I ever used, and I liked it a lot. I found that I have a Cricut, so the Cricut blade went through it really nicely. I want to say that the first time that I ever used it, and I set the Cricut to sticker paper on the custom setting and just let it go at default, and I want to say it actually cut all the way through that paper, so it must be a little bit of a thinner paper. Good for like die cut stickers instead of kiss cut stickers, so die cut where you go all the way through. Kiss cut is more like this, where it's just getting it so that you can peel it off of the page as an individual little sticker. So this little guy comes off on his own. This is actually printed on that paper that I just showed you guys that I drew on top of. And then it has a vinyl covering to it. So this is my roll of vinyl that I got on Amazon. I don't remember the exact price, but it's like 5 feet or something of vinyl. And this is clear. This is a perfectly clear stuff. I'm trying to get it to come off of there. But this does go on clear. There is no frosting or anything to it, so it's clear. It has cat fur on it though, because I live with 2 cats that are very furry. So I just press this on with my ruler as I go. I've watched a couple of other people do that, and that's how I learned that technique, because I was a little bit upset that that paper would not be waterproof, because you're not buying waterproof ink. I guess you're buying waterproof paper. So then the ink becomes waterproof inherently. But so these just kind of, I think I showed in the last video, when you peel them off, if you put them near water or anything like that, the water can get behind the sticker, and of course the sticker itself is more like printer paper, so it's not that great for doing anything like that necessarily. It would not make it waterproof in that case with that vinyl on it. The next paper that I wanted to show you guys was the paper that I used to print these on. So in comparison to the other two papers from Online Paper, or Online Labels rather, this paper is thicker, and this paper is waterproof, and it does have a matte finish, so it's very smooth. And I like this paper a lot. This is has started off to be my favorite paper, at least from everything that I've tried out. I really do like how it prints. I like how it grabs the color and everything like that. And I've been really impressed with it. It is actually owned by a small company. Every time that I get this the brand is called Zicoto. Whenever I get this, there comes a little thank you card, and they say, thank you for supporting our small business. This is 15 durable and waterproof or water resistant permanent stickers. I have not tested replacing and moving around my stickers. I'm okay with them staying in one place. Since I've put them on my water bottle, I'm okay with that. For those stickers, I will say that I like them, but the very first batch that I got, I think that the paper was crooked a little bit, because every time I tried to line it up on the mat, it was a little bit off. This is a new batch. I haven't tried this out yet, so it might be better. I'll find out eventually, I'm sure. Clearly labels the back side, and then you have the front side. I'm grateful for the label on the back side, considering my record so far with that. And yeah, so I like that paper a lot. The next kind of paper that I tried was again from Online Labels. And this paper I got was a glossy paper. I just thought maybe this would make it a little more like water resistant, and I think it actually does say, yeah, it is. It does say waterproof inkjet. Always make sure that if you have an inkjet printer, that the paper you get is for an inkjet printer. I have not messed this up yet, knock on wood, but I'm sure you do not want to waste however much these papers cost for getting it for the wrong printer. That would probably be really miserable. So this is, as you can see, glossy. And the stickers that I printed, those on this paper were the Animal Crossing stickers that you can see on my water bottle in a couple different shots. And they are glossy and they are waterproof. Only thing is, when you get that kind of glossy paper, for the Cricut at least, I don't know about the Silhouette, but for the Cricut, it has a light that it reads this little black outline on it that it prints. Every time that you print a project, it prints this black outline. And with the glossy paper, it cannot read that black outline. It reflects back. It doesn't pick up that color at all of the black ink. And so you have to put like a matte tape over top of it, or like a frosted tape of some kind over that line, basically all the way around, unless you can pinpoint exactly where the light goes over the line to make sure that it's configured properly on the mat. So just keep that in mind. If you do get the glossy paper and it's highly reflective, the little light can't recognize it, you're gonna wanna adapt a little bit. It works really well though. Also, I will say, do not stick that matte tape or whatever you put over that black line on top of your illustration or your sticker, because it will cut that out, or it will gum up your knife blade, or it will just wreck it. I don't even know. I think at one point I had it accidentally touching like the very edge of one of the stickers, and when I went to pull up the tape, it pulled up the sticker, and I was a little bit sad, because that would be especially a bummer if you were doing like a set of stickers on one page. and you just pulled one up. Getting that thing back on there in exactly the way that it came on would be miserable. So the last paper that I have for you is the paper that I just got, and I'm still waiting on one more kind of paper to come, but I'll review that one later when it gets here. So I have this paper, again, the Zicoto paper, just got off Amazon. This paper also is from a family-owned company. It is Joyza. Probably not saying that right. But it is produced by Cozy Greens, which is a small family-owned business, or company, I guess I should say. They come with a whole lot of warnings, warranty stuff on the back. So if you opened this up and your paper came damaged in any way, shape, or form, before you even unseal it, you can contact them, and it sounds like they will replace it for you. They also go through a lot of like troubleshooting for your printer and stuff like that if things have gone wrong. For other people, they've been sure to include any kind of solutions that they have found. So that's pretty nice. This paper also comes labeled, this is the front side of the paper, this is the back side. On camera you might not be able to tell, this does have a slight yellow tint. In the right lighting you can definitely see the slight yellow tint. In some lightings you can't always see that, so I'm really glad I'm keeping them in here because of the sticker facing the correct direction, because it is not labeled on the back like the Zicoto says this is the back side. Which is okay. I mean, if you're sending off a pack of stickers, you probably don't want your person flipping the back side over and being like, oh, interesting print back there. But it's not a huge deal. So I like this paper. I will say this is some of the thinner paper that I've had also, similar to the online labels. And the 2 sets of stickers that I've printed on this so far, I just printed them this morning. They are 2 new designs. One is already up on my shop. Selfless plug there. God forbid, plug my own shop. So, cute little cat stickers. I like this. You'll have to forgive me, I did not have the Cricut do the outline for me or anything like that. I decided to save my knife, and go ahead and hand cut them so the edges are hand trimmed, and I just used my slicer to, hi Ash, yes, hi, yeah, you're in the video now, to do that, and it was not perfect because I'm still learning how to use that thing, but they're really cute, and I did not get any of the cats, so the stickers themselves are safe. So far they come off very nicely, and I believe these should also be waterproof. I have not tested these since I just printed these and put them on my store. And actually those ones are not the ones that I listed. I listed these Animal Crossing star stickers, which I know I mentioned before that I was not sure about like copyright and stuff like that. So I decided to do star Animal Crossing characters because I think that is enough, not necessarily like the characters themselves, but also still recognizable as them, so should not be a copyright issue. I guess I'll find out. You've got Nook, Isabel, and you might be able to see a little bit. Some of them popped off of the page. Oh, it's not really showing it, but they kind of came off a little bit. I think it's showed here with Harvey. It's just the whole entire sticker went through in some spots. So with this one, I wasn't sure. This one I printed before the cats. And I wasn't sure if the blade was going to be able to go through, because I was like, oh, it's so dull. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know how this printer paper is. I don't know how it's different or the same. So I put it on sticker paper and I put it on more pressure. And so it kind of cut through some of them all the way, but not all of them, which is the weird thing. So maybe I need to calibrate it some more. I don't know. It seems okay right now. But yeah, so they print it out. It's aligned very well actually, and they do still come off the page just fine, and they're all mostly still like attached. Like none of them have actually popped off of this sheet no matter what I've done to it. So they're being shipped as a set. This is the whole thing. I left this huge space here thinking I'd cut across it. I'm not cutting across it. I'm not separating them. You get all 24 stickers. So yeah, so they're super cute. part of me kind of thinks that they could be bigger, but they are really adorable. All of the star stickers are coming out the same size. They're about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, which actually Wisp might be pushing it there. But yeah, so that is my conclusion of that. I actually do really like that paper. It's thin. I haven't tested it for waterproofness, but I imagine that it is. It might even say on here, yep, it says water resistant. So, and it is quick drying. Like, I take them right off the printer, put them right onto that sticky pad for the Cricut and press them on, and I had no smearing. And they took the ink really well. Much better than that Zicoto paper, I think, actually. So, things to keep in mind. Yeah, so I hope you guys like this little review of the few kinds of papers that I have tried. And I will be back eventually once I've tried a couple more papers. I really need to, I don't really want to keep buying them off of Amazon just because Amazon, even though like if there are small businesses on Amazon, like that's great and I'd love to support them. But I need to find places in town that just sell sticker paper, and I know it's going to be few and far between out where I live, but I'm going to look for them, and hopefully I'll get to experience some different kinds of sticker paper. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.